Hello and welcome to the 24th tutorial in the C++ programming series, and in this part we're going to be looking at the while loop. Loops in general allow code to be repeated, helping reduce code. This could be useful, for example, if you have an array of high scores and you want to print out scores. So if you have only, let's say, 5 or 6 scores, you could logically say, yeah, I can just write an individual line to print it out. But if you have 100 or 1,000 or even more, then you don't want to be printing out or copy and pasting that many lines. Plus, it allows it to be, you can make it dynamic and do a lot more than just print out an array of high scores. The while loop in particular is similar to the for loop, which we looked at in the previous tutorial. For loop has 3 parts. The first part is initializing any statements and variables. The next part is the condition that needs to be run, and then the third part is sort of the increment decrement part. Usually where it's the part where you affect the variable that you created in the first part. But the while loop only takes a single condition, and a single statement, and this is the condition. Anything to set up for the variables, etc., should be done beforehand, or assumes it's done beforehand, and any sort of anything to change those variables should be done within the loop itself, usually at the end, but that's not always the case. But let's just show you a simple example of how the while loop works. Okie dokie, so let's just get rid of this a second. Now I'm going to create a local variable, int I equals 0, and this is essentially our iterator, which we would have declared within a for loop. Then you write while. Then in here you write the condition. I'm going to do while I is less than 5. We are going to do std cout I, std and line, and at the end we are just going to put I plus plus. Now we can run it. It prints out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if we sorry about that, if we don't put this and just run it, sorry about this notification, we essentially get a infinite loop, and this is something that you don't want. There may be certain instances that you do want infinite loop, but generally you're a bit more of an experienced programmer and you will hopefully know what you're doing. But yeah, this is not the result that we want, because we haven't actually put the increment statement. This is quite funny. CPU usage like 85%, 83% memory, low. Energy impact very high. Kind of funny. I plus plus. And now if we just run this, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for the while loop. In the next part we're going to be looking at the do while loop, which is very similar to the while loop as well. If you have any questions, feel free to message us at support@somnarsystem.co.uk. The email will be in the description. You can comment on this video or just directly message us via YouTube, wherever you feel comfortable with. All the required links for source code will also be in the description. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.